G'day guys, we're out in the vineyard today. We are at Gnadenfrei North, the most beautiful vineyard in the Barossa. Just behind me there, that's the Gnadenfrei White vineyard, so Grenache Blanc. And we are in the contours of the Grenache vineyard. Pretty beautiful out here. So I'm here with Kylie, Damien, Chanty and Sophie. And what we're doing today is try to come up with a new system. So we've got a bit of a problem, let's call it that, to which we can't find a perfect solution. So we came up with a good solution for now, which is probably not perfect because it's taking ages and therefore it's also very expensive. But I'll show you what the problem is. I'll try to put the camera somewhere where you can see. So the way we usually keep the vine onto the cordon wire, which is carrying most of the weight, you know, when the vine starts to grow and the foliage, the fruit, all of that, it's going to have significant weight that the vine can't hold by itself. So we need to support that weight. And so what we do usually, especially when they're very young and they're very thin, we tend to wrap them around the cordon like that, around the wire like that. The problem is once you go from a very young, thin vine to a thicker one, like in this case, the wire starts to literally, well, the vine growing around the wire makes it sort of cut into the cordon itself. And so over the years, this is going to get thicker and thicker, and the wire is going to strangle the vine. And so the sap that you can imagine gets delivered, you know, from the roots up all the way to the shoots and the fruit will eventually be stopped, because you'll have all of these spots in which there's literally scars inside. So the way we trying to fix that is by unwrapping it, and that is probably the toughest part. And the problem with unwrapping right now is that well, we couldn't do it earlier. Obviously you got to prune the vines first, and it has been raining quite a bit. But now, as you unwrap, all of these tiny buds, I hope you can see them, they're actually already moving. So, you know, the vines are sensing that spring is coming. They're starting to move. Everything we knock off by unwrapping and sort of brushing that against the wire will never grow again. So, say this bud here, if I just flick that off, nothing will ever grow from there again. So we gotta be super careful doing this. And in spots like this one here, unfortunately we'll have to sacrifice one bud. So we'll only have these two left, because otherwise I won't be able to just take it under the wire. I'm not even sure I can do it like this, but let's give it a try. You can almost hear the vine cracking as I do this. There you go. Okay, so once we free up our vine, now the problem comes. How do we support the weight of the fruit and the canopy without wrapping it around the wire? The solution we came up with so far is we try to only bring it over the wire once. So in this case, the vine is on this side of the wire. I'll just put it over once and under. So there is sort of some wrapping done here in one spot. So the vine is supported by the wire here, supported by the trunk itself here. And then at the very end, if we've got a bit of wood that we can sacrifice, we just tied it with tie wire. And this also has a downside to it, which is if you don't have a little bit of wood like this without a bud to sacrifice, putting this wire around any growing part of the vine would also cut into the wood in time. We gotta do pretty much every vineyard like this. These years we're almost done, but you can imagine how yeah, it's just gonna get tougher and tougher to do this by ourselves, and you kind of want someone doing this who actually cares about the vines. So yeah, if there's anybody out there with a better solution, a revolutionary idea to do this without using the wire and having to unwrap every vine, please let us know. We're happy to consider our methods. The one thing we won't compromise on is the longevity of the vineyards, and that's why we'll have to do this now, preventing, you know, strangulation We kind of want to see these vineyards around here for decades, or hopefully centuries, but it's not going to happen if we keep wrapping the cotters around the wire that tight. So yeah, this is what we're up to today. At least a good day for it, as you can see. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.